President, members of the board, thank you for having me. Congratulations on the new members, and thank you for working on the community issues. Very important part of why I'm probably one of the best in the city of Boston. But again, for the record, my name is Dan Toscano from Drago and Toscano LLP, attorneys at law with zoning attorney in the Boston neighborhood. My office is located at 15 Broad Street, Boston, Mass. I represent the owner of 27 Sheafe St, which is Peter McGinnis. Here representing Peter McGinnis is, I think everybody knows, John Calvary, who is owner and manager of the company of Core Development on Core Property Group on Bennett Street. And John Calvary manages all of Peter McGinnis's property here in the neighborhood. He has a number of properties and units and manages them all. We're here respectfully requesting your approval. What we did was file an application for ISD to change the occupancy from a 5-unit residential building to an 8-unit residential building. We're not going up in height. We're not making any changes to the footprint of the property. Right now, there's 5 residential building units. One is on the garden level. The first floor has each floor has a residential unit. So what we're doing is we're just redesigning the floor plan. By redesigning the floor plan, we have triggered some violations that I'll go over in a minute, but first I'll go over the floor plan with you. As you can see, the front of the building page, everybody sees the building, everybody knows what it is. Like halfway down on Sheafe Street, closest towards Snow Hill. So on the existing conditions, like I said, has 13 bedrooms. There's 5 residential units, 13 bedrooms. Each floor has 3 bedrooms on the floor. It's a unique building. It's probably about 18 feet wide, about 70 feet long, and so the layout is pretty unique. And you have to walk through one bedroom to get to another, and it causes really for tenants to be more transitional and not really getting a steady tenant. So what we're planning on doing, we're taking the garden level and the first floor, and we're creating duplex apartments. Those are going to be 2 bedrooms, 2 duplex bedrooms. They're going to be the first floor and the garden unit, going to be about 850 square feet. And then when you get to the second floor, third floor, and fourth floor, they're going to have, those units are going to be cut in half. They're going to be 450 square foot studio units. By doing that, we created some violations. We're putting a roof deck, which is going to be the exclusive use of one of the top floor units. I believe it's unit 7, which we're at. Unit 7, so no one else will be able to access that roof. Just unit 7 will have a roof deck on the roof. So the violations that we're encountering is the FAI. Everybody knows the floor area ratio in this neighborhood is 3, but it's a pre-existing condition. Right now, we are currently at 3.9. By making this change, we're taking some room out of the mechanical room, which is down in the garden unit, and we're going to 4.1. So we're currently at 3.9, going to 4.1. So we're really not expanding the living space too much. Open space requirement in the multifamily residential subdistrict, we have to have 100 square feet of open space per unit. We don't have that in this building. We don't have any open, well, we have a little bit open space. It's probably about 30 square feet per residential unit. That doesn't necessarily mean that each unit has 30 square feet of open space. It's just that there is open space in this building, in the back. But the roof deck can apply to all the units. Parking, so we have to have 1 parking spot per residential unit, and since we're increasing the units from 5 to 8, we have to have 3 parking spots. We're required to have 3 parking spots, and we know we're not going to put parking in this area. We're not going to do a curb cut. We're not going to dig underground. We're essentially located in the upper community, walk to all transportation, bike paths, etc. So it's impossible to comply with the residential parking requirement. The other one is the roof structure. Because we're putting a roof deck, we triggered a roof structure violation. The reason why we trigger a roof structure is because we're altering the existing current roof. The roof deck is going to be probably about 140 square feet. It's going to be set back towards the middle of the building, so about 22 feet back from the Sheafe Street, and probably is about 30 feet from would be Hull Street, actually. So it's going to be in the middle of the building, about 140 square feet. The head house is not changing one bit. It's just going to remain the same dimensions of the head house is going to remain, or else that would have created an additional violation. For those who've been on the board for quite some time, this petition came before us about 2 years ago. I believe it was supported. There was a change from the last petition to this one. The last petition did have expanding living space into the head house, but we're not doing that this year. Well, this petition, the head house remains the same, just the access to the roof deck. I'm going to turn it over to John Carlo, because I think one of the biggest questions is you're taking the building and you're cutting up residential units. I think you can talk more about why we did it and we did it.
Yeah, correct. So Peter McGinnis does own a bit of property in the North End. Like I said, I own Core Property Group. We actually have 2 locations now, one at 44 North Bennett Street and one at 278 North. So I have a team of real estate brokers that works with me and a full-time property management staff. All these properties are professionally managed. They're badged, so it has our company and phone number for 24 hours if there's a phone or an issue. We're as diligent as possible. I know trash is obviously a hot topic with the North End. I lived in the North End for many, many years myself, so I understand obviously some of the ideas and the questions about trash. There's actually some space in the building here, the utility room, that we could possibly maybe access perhaps some trash storage for the tenants to keep it off the streets as much as possible. But like I said, this building will be fully sprinkled. This is going to be completely gut renovated, new windows, systems. The layouts now are just old and defunct, really. They're long train units, as many of the buildings are in the North End. So, Daniel said, we came back in front of the council a few years back. Actually requested the same things when we actually scaled the project back. There was just some questions within the community that said, could you scale back the head house? So we went back to the drawing board and we did that. So these, the 2 duplex units are actually good size. They'll be good for a family. So we do have a number of families that live in some of the units that's owned by Peter. Other than that, it's all young professionals. We don't have any students living in our building whatsoever. There's no undergrads. We do a good job of policing the buildings within themselves. So, we have a vested interest, obviously, in the neighborhood, and obviously these buildings have my logo and my name on them. So there's definitely some skin in the game for us as well. So we want to make sure, obviously, it's important to us to make a good transition with this construction project, and the end result is to not make more of a headache for anyone, but make it a little bit easier. There's currently 4 3-bedrooms in the property and a 1-bedroom garden level unit. There's some utility space in the rear. We have the plans show that there's going to be 2 duplexes and then basically another 6 units as well. So the actual number of bedrooms is decreasing. The number of people that occupy the building as well, or live there, will actually decrease as well. So we feel those are 2 strong points as well. And like Daniel said as well, in terms of just transient housing, which, we're in the real estate business, like I said, we understand that, people move in and out, but, a 3-bedroom tends to have a little bit more of a turn rate than sometimes a studio or, a 1-bed and whatnot. So we want our tenants to stay, unless there's an issue or something, whatnot, obviously. But, I think those are a few definitely be determinants why we decided to go this way.
I think the most important thing you touched upon, you're increasing the number of units, but we are decreasing the number of bedrooms by redesigning. It's a similar design that he had a building on Hull Street.
Yep.
Did the same exact thing and worked out good with long-term tenants.
Yep.
Any pushback from the rooftop deck? I know there's not too many on that side.
There was about 2 years ago in terms of the rooftop in the head house, because we did try to expand the existing head house for a living space, but we did that. We didn't do that this time, so the dimension of the head house has remained the same. We had an abutters meeting with Marina. There was one abutter that attended.
Yeah, the abutters meeting. There was one abutter that came, and was just curious about questions, but nothing, no strict opposition.
And I spoke to one of the neighbors who lives across the street, who was opposed on last year, and I told him about how far back we are. So it's 14 feet from the roof line to the head house, but then the roof deck is about 8 feet back on the, behind the roof. So roughly 22 feet from the street, from Sheafe Street. And then, like I said, the property is like 70 feet long, so there's plenty of room.
Okay, and it's not like
Hull Street.
and then really large roof deck. Right?
Correct. Yeah, it's on the smaller side, and it will be provided to one unit only, not common.
This will be all rentals. Is that your
Correct. Yeah, rentals, no Airbnb whatsoever. So it's we long-term rentals, year leases.
And how many bedrooms are you over 13 bedrooms? How many?
10.
Anyone on the council have any other questions?
If you're walking toward the park,
Yeah,
is it on the left or the right?
on the right.
Probably about 3/4 of the way down.
And that whole street, the roof deck parties are out of control. So your name, your logo will be on the front, on.
Yeah, they're on there now, yeah, they're on all the buildings that I manage, yep, yep, and my office is right down the street too, so.
But the roof deck is private to.
Private to one unit, one unit only, yep.
Yeah.
Which is a studio unit, right? Right, but I
Yeah.
hear what you're thinking, you know, that you can have a party if you want, but it's exclusive use for one unit.
What is it priced at? Because I feel like, you know, you say, no college kids, but sometimes the kids who are just getting out of college,
Yeah, no, I understand the
they're
zone.
opening it up, they're just as bad, if not worse, because now they have a little money.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, we don't have, actual pricing yet, but, it's gonna be, it would be, wherever the market is at the point where the units are complete, but, yeah, I understandably so, sometimes young professionals do the same jazz as a college student. We actually have a number of private roof decks in the portfolio that I manage. There's a number on Charter Street, and, I can't really think the last time we really had an issue. We really looking to do the due diligence as the people when they move in there, obviously, so.
If neighbors find that there's an issue, what's your process for addressing your
The
tenants?
tenants are contacted immediately, and that's a direct breach of their lease, so they can actually, we can actually release the unit, give them a letter from our attorney and whatnot, so that actually has not happened. We haven't had to go that far, but we have a pretty airtight addendum that we have all our tenants signed as well, which was written by an attorney, so if they do have any open parties or anything that's thrown off any roof deck or whatnot, there's definitely immediate action that's initiated by our legal side.
I've
So-
seen that addendum and it's,
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna use it. so.
Yeah.
What's the roof deck violation you're seeking the variance?
It's a roof, we call it a roof structure violation because we're altering the current way the current structure of the roof. So just the head house on there, so we're adding something to it. So it's called a roof structure. You're altering the roof.
Getting back to Tanya's question now, for market value. It's a pretty good idea what the market pays. So today, what would have a studio go for, what would a two-bedroom?
Two-bedroom could go for anywhere between, $2,800 to $3,200. And I'd say a studio anywhere between $1,800 to $2,100.
And we can expect this done.
If we start the project June of 2019, we anticipate about a 12-month turnaround. Varying depending on weather and whatnot, but about 12 months we look to take in. Actual construction will be much less, and obviously, demolition and whatnot will be as quick as possible, not to disturb any of the tenants and whatnot. So, we want to make this as painless as possible for everyone. We know Sheafe is a tight street, so we're understanding of that. So, yeah. But the other projects we've done in the past 5 years, which have been a number, I'd say between 8 to 12 months. Yeah.
This doesn't have to do with this particular project, but just generally while we have you here,
Yeah.
is there like a, sort of, just a welcome sheet that you give to all your tenants?
Yep.
That sort of identify like, trash pickup, things like that?
Yep.
Obviously, it's something we discussed.
We give, so there's a number of actually pavers that I hope all real estate companies in North End can actually give their tenants. We actually do give them a welcome packet. We give them the trash schedule. We hammer it into their heads. I'm actually considering getting magnets made to put on their fridge so they don't lose it. There's also utility information. There's also who owns the building, where to pay rent, if there's an emergency, what to call, if you see some, burn or whatnot, who to contact as well. So, like I said, we want to be vigilant in terms of, we want our tenants to know exactly what to do and what happens. Like I said, I'm here 7 days a week. I have 2 businesses here, my brother owns a business here, I've been in since I was a little kid. I have as much love and admiration for the neighborhood as many of the people that have been here on the council as well. So, we're not here to, I don't want to use the word rent to the wrong people, but we want to make sure that people come here and treat it like their home as much as possible. That's important to us.
Again, that they had nothing.
Yeah, no, I understand. But it is, yeah, that's part of our protocol. Yeah, that's part of our
I
protocol.
hope other companies do as well.
Yeah.
Does anyone else on the council have any questions, or can I open up to the audience? Okay, does anyone here have any questions for either gentleman? Hearing none, I would ask that the council mark it on their sheets whether they support or oppose and turn it into